Hello everyone, welcome back to another Spurs in the Saddle. This time around we'll review our loss against Man United at Old Trafford and we'll preview our Burnley game on the weekend. So, the new manager bounce has kind of ended. It looks like Mourinho's luck ran out at Old Trafford, as it did a couple months ago, 11 months ago sort of. So anyway, that didn't work out too well. I don't think we really turned up. We just never started playing. Our midfield was non-existent. The Sissoko-Winks partnership just doesn't work because Sissoko constantly had to cover for Aurier, but then them two on the right were just not good enough. We saw that at the beginning of the second half. A very, very sloppy penalty was given away. Whether it was soft or not, you can't argue it. You still don't put yourself in that position. And it's just, and because of that midfield, the lack of midfield, there was a massive disconnect between our defence and our forwards. So I think like the front four never really saw the ball properly. Like we didn't give them any passing. Our movement was all over the place. Like we just were really slow to the ball. We never created enough space for ourselves, and we just were second to everything. There's zero creativity from it. One brilliant Dele Alli strike in the first half cancelled out their opening goal and took us into the break 1-1, which should have been a wake-up call, being like, hey, look at that, we managed to scrape something out of this, maybe we should consider being a bit more lively. So that was a very disappointing game overall. One highlight from it was that I watched it on Prime and I watched it on the stadium atmosphere thing, and that was so lovely. Not listening to bullshit commentary, I must say. I really, 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 really enjoyed that. So that was a positive from it, but it just still highlights that we have there are plenty of problems. I also wasn't too impressed by Gaza. The first goal, I think he could have done way better with that. That being said, I know he saved a lot of things during the game, which is great, and that is his job in the end of the day. But my personal feeling is that if you have a shaky goalkeeper, then your defence will be shaky as well. Because if you have someone who's commanding their box or is a confident shot stopper like Lloris and stuff, then the defence can be a lot more stable. I'm not saying that our defence was that incredible with Lloris in either. We know that that's not the case. I'm just saying that overall my impression is that if you have a good goalkeeper, the defence can rely on, then they'll be a lot more confident from that as well. So, but to be honest, it was just a whole team performance. Like, Lucas and Sonny were dead quiet. Dele was, he made that one brilliant goal happen and that one brilliant moment. But apart from that, it was all very, very slow. I think Kane was anonymous. I saw him wear the Rainbow Laces captain's armband for a free kick, and that's pretty much most of what I saw from him. And anyway, so it was a very, very disappointing game overall. I think it's more embarrassing for Mourinho than us, to be honest, because going to Old Trafford is always hard. Anyway, let's move on from that. I believe that we are going to have an interesting game against Burnley on the weekend. Not sure how I feel now, because we really, really need to turn this around. We need to get 3 points ASAP. So, as I said, 3 points is a must. And I want Ndombele to come back in. I don't know why Ericsson was brought on. I didn't understand why the subs were so late as well, considering he was so keen on making changes against Olympiacos and not this time. Also, Dyer wasn't in the team. Now, there are a lot of Dyer haters out there. I'm not one of them. I really like him, and I know he's not match fit yet fully. And we do need to rotate because games are coming fast and quite thick of them, so a lot of them in a row in December, which is fine. But I think that because he's so keen on playing for Mourinho, he has been very important for us in these past couple of games. But anyway, we'll see what he can do, as in Mourinho, because he said himself that it's hard now because we don't have enough training time, blah, blah, blah. We'll see. But I would love to see Ndombele come back because I think we need that in the midfield. Either with Sissoko, because that's pretty strong as well, but I just think Sissoko Winks they either cancel out each other. I don't think they work well together. Simple as. And that doesn't say anything about their individual capabilities and possibilities. Like, I think they're both brilliant in their own ways, but together they just don't bring out the best of each other. In fact, they bring out the worst, and that means that they let the whole team down, because they felt like there was a massive gap in midfield. So I hope to see a difference there. I think the front four can more or less stay. I mean, if he doesn't want to bring in more, then that's a different issue. But I think the others can stay. It's, we need to solidify the defence. yeah, what can we do about that? Jan at left back, some people were criticising it. I think it was just an overall poor performance, really. I think we need to keep a certain team, like especially the back four, as much as we can consistent. We can't really play with it much. I mean, unless Kyle Walker-Peters comes in for Oreo or something, or we play Sessegnon on the left, but I don't really see him doing that. So I'd rather just keep the same people and let them make up for their mistakes and get used to each other, because that's one thing I was missing under Poch, is that he kept changing the team. So we'll see what kind of team he puts out. I'm still hopeful for Burnley. I think, you know, this was just a minor blip. It's not the end of the world. These are the sort of things that would have happened either way. But we'll just have to wait and see. As I said, still positive, but we're definitely going to keep leaking in goals. I'd say a 2-1, maybe a 3-2. I don't really see 3 goals in us right now. So if I want us to win, but then obviously we can't keep a clean sheet, then I'm going to say something like a 2-1. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, because it's an interesting one. I think it's an interesting time for us right now, as it always is, to be honest, because we're either celebrating something or we're moaning about something. That's how football is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video on my birthday, and I'll see you for the Burnley vlog. Come on, you Spurs.